The next energy, it is a full moon. It's the middle of the month for September. This is a release and an ending. This is really interesting. Aries, this is in your 12th house. So this is like Piscean energy. Super fascinating because this kind of, even though this card showed like Scorpio energy, because it's in the hidden, what's done in the hidden, what's done at nighttime, what's done, where it's kind of hard to see, where the details aren't very clear because the light is so dim. That would also be like Piscean energy. Plus, this has like, a costume. It can be fantasy. It can be just make believe and makeup. And so that also lends to the Piscean energy. So this is a release though. And if it's a release, it is a release possibly in like it's your subconscious. So it also speaks to this things and wounds from the past. But we're going to flip this card to get more information. But before I do that, let me just say for you, you're possibly releasing Hollywood. It's sci-fi, it's fantasy, it can be illusions and delusions. People who are on the screen and they're performing. Now, an upside to Pisces energy can also be like sound and music, right? Theater, Hollywood. I know I already said that, but what I keep hearing is there's something about putting on an act or feeling as though you are on stage, even though this is like your subconscious of maybe walking around in a daydream or getting information in your sleep. Something is releasing. And typically when we're releasing this thing, subconscious stuff, it opens another door. And Aries, you've been through a whole lot of stuff. So let me flip your card. Not a whole lot of colors on it, which is interesting. Definitely a costume, though. This almost looks kind of like it's so plain, but as far as the planets that are on here, again, the moon has come up, but this time it's the moon with the sign of Cancer. So it's family, so it's childhood. Okay, it's your past, releasing something from the past, from your childhood. So feminine energy, mom, is there a mother wound involved? Maybe you're a female listening who doesn't have a child, wants a child. Maybe you're a female who, depending upon your childhood, maybe didn't have the best relationship with mom. You may be a female who can't have a child. There is also the sign of Saturn. Okay. So Saturn is all about time. Time. That is Saturn. Now, let me turn the card over so I can get a better look and to see some of the more details on here. She's got a tear in her eye. She's also got a mirror in her hand. It is a cracked mirror. It looks as though she's part of the land. She's part of the landscape. It's like there's this earthy energy, Mother Earth. And you see how she has a moon on her head? Interesting. See the moon on her head? So it almost looks like the bull's horns. And you see the tear right there? And you see the mirror? And you see her feet? It's not really a human energy. I mean, it's like half human, half the land and the earth. There's almost as though time has run out because of that tear. But then there's also time has run out because, the mirror would represent this person looking at themselves and, possibly did their reflection and the shock of their reflection crack that mirror? Is it the fact that it's an old mirror and they picked it up and they tried to look through it? You know how it is if you're trying to look through a cracked mirror, it distorts what you're seeing. But time is a big deal here. Time and Saturn normally represents someone who is older, wiser, mature. That's Saturn energy. Saturn doesn't do real good with young, youthful energy. It's more about being mature and serious, rather serious. Now, let me take another look because we've got a castle in the background, a solitary castle like up on a hill, but something about the past. Definitely being released, something about the past, possibly a mother wound. Did you not have a mom? Or did you have a mom and the relationship you had wished could have been better in some way? What was it that you either have a regret about, that you have pain about? There's a releasing of this. Now, the moon sideways being like horns from the bull, information coming through, like there's a divine intervention as well that's available here, because that would be the crown, like the head of Mercury, Mercury also has that same thing on the top of its head. And so it's connected to getting information and assistance and help, maybe the angelic realm, however you want to look at it for yourself. But a needed release, something that's been carried around for a long time, something from the past, likely a feminine energy. So a release and an ending. End of September, we have a new beginning. This has to do with relationships, significant one on one relationships. So, yes, this is your seventh house. This could be business partnerships. Business partnerships. Seventh house can also be love, like marriage energy. It hones in on things being equal and fair and balanced. It's a feminine energy. We think of equality, the law, judicial system, lawyer type of energy may be involved, because when we talk about relationships, especially business partnerships, it could be somebody hiring you or you hiring somebody else, like for consultations. So let's flip your card and see what we can add to this new beginning and get some more details for you, Aries. Oh, wow. Aries, did this come up last time for you? Because it's here again. This is definitely a union, a marriage. This is matrimony. This is a creative energy. We've got the sun and Venus showing up on the cards again. Some say that the sun is the father figure, the masculine, the male, and then Venus, of course, the female energy here. This is a union. I do want to take a look at what she's holding in her hand. She has two things. She's got one single rose in her hand, and she also has like a handkerchief. And she is gazing up into the eyes of this person, and he is looking right at her. A commitment. And with this sort of a commitment and the sun being involved, there is the possibility for creating. So whether it is children, literally, or some other creative endeavor through this partnership, this is a strong energy. The astrology shows that. And then here a card comes up and says, bam, if you're in love, it looks like the timing is coming for making a commitment and making sure each other that they're equal in this relationship. The strong Leo energy is about my individuality. I don't get lost in this relationship, that I'm still here and the other person's desires and needs in their life to completely take over, to completely be all there is to be in this relationship. But I am also an independent, unique being. And that's what's required in equality. Because look, this Libran card is up here. It's Venus in Libra. So we need a person over here on this side of the scale and a person over here. And it's that combination of you both bringing something to the table, your unique individuality, that will give you the long-term success in this partnership. So Aries, enjoy. So below the video, I'll have all the degrees for those of you who like to pay attention to the degrees in your chart. Again, if you don't know and you want to know, just comment below.